Gymnasium and swimming pool. Let's start with the introduction. Today, physical education and sports program emphasizes on natural activities which require large, well-maintained and attractive playfield. In fact, these playfields are the uncovered classroom and as such they must be properly equipped and maintained. The area of the playfield and its proximity to institution, that is school, college or university, are factors which need careful thoughts and consideration. A fundamental concept with respect to the sports facilities of any school, college or university is that the unit of primary importance is the room or space where teaching takes place. The term teaching station is used to mean any room or space where one teacher can instruct or supervise the learning experience of one class or a group of students. For example, a gymnasium would constitute a teaching station or if divided, it could provide two or more teaching stations. Swimming pool and auxiliary rooms are examples of other kinds of teaching station. The number of students accommodated by a teaching station is controlled by the nature of the specific activity as well as the size of the facility. Now let's discuss on gymnasium. Originally, a gymnasium was an arena, a room or an open enclosed space where Greek youth used to be engaged in a variety of physical activities, such as massaging, exercising, combative activities, wrestling, judo, boxing, etc. Today, gymnasium is a flexible term that refers to all indoor complexes uses for multipurpose sports and physical activities. Need for gymnasium. A gymnasium is an essential facility to carry out any regular and uninterrupted physical education program throughout the year. Gymnasium helps in organizing physical education classes in adverse and extreme weather conditions. It also helps in carrying out physical education program during the regular school time. Different activities like badminton, table tennis, judo, wrestling, gymnastics, etc. cannot be practiced outdoor, so it is certain a gymnasium is a necessity. If we conduct the physical activities in the school hall, then at the time of competition, the other classes can be disturbed. So, a separate gymnasium for sports program is necessary. Now, the location for gymnasium. The gymnasium should be made as a separate building. It is customary to use the school hall for conducting physical activities, but such a hall is situated within the school building which can disturb the nearby classes. Such a hall in the school is used for different purposes like assembly, examination and for entertainment, and hence it is imposed several restrictions in fixing sports apparatus and conducting physical education classes. Gymnasium building should be best located between main school building and the playground. It should neither be too close nor too far in residential schools. It should be near to these hostels or residential area so that the students can use it whenever they have some free time. Now, the dimensions of gymnasium. There is no hard and fast rule governing the dimensions of gymnasium. In early days, to organize physical education, a gymnasium of 62 to 70 feet long and 32 to 40 feet wide with a height at least 15 feet was considered ideal for a school. But today, its dimension depends upon its use, the additional facilities attached, extra rooms, availability of funds, etc. Some ideal points for dimensions of a gymnasium are: Number 1. The size of the main hall can be used for tennis, netball, volleyball, badminton, etc. In indoor halls, removable types of fixtures with switchable sockets can be used. Number 2. All the important points should be marked with different color markers for easy and fast identification. Number 3. Standard dimensions and specifications should be used for the senior players, but for junior players, this should be suitably modified. Number 4. Proper multi-entry and exit points for players and spectators during competition should be made with easy identification marks. As well, for the purpose of bringing in and out heavy and massive equipments, some large-sized doors should be arranged. Number 5. Swings and other moving apparatus for small children should not be placed or fixed too close to each other, and should be arranged in such a manner that they do not lead to any accident or injury. Number 6. Essential facilities like shelter, storeroom, drinking water, first aid, sanitary facility, etc. must be made available near to the playground at proper locations. Number 7. Proper parking place for all sorts of vehicles should be arranged at nearby place. Number 8. Proper pathways to various playgrounds should be provided to avoid crossover or trespassing. Number 9. Necessary lighting arrangement for normal or special occasions should be made. Number 10. In indoor hall, the firefighting facilities should also be provided. Now here comes the sample construction. While constructing the gymnasium, it should be always kept in mind the requirement for the next 40 to 50 years. The planning should be of all required facilities. Help should be obtained from civil and landscape engineers. Remember that the whole will be put to a variety of user, and hence the floor of a gymnasium should be kept free from the obstacles. Since the students are likely to run, jump, land, throw, and perform other vigorous activities, the gymnasium floor should be built quite strongly, which can last longer. The floor may be of cement, concrete, wooden, or synthetic. It should be smooth and non-slippery without any obstacle for easy cleaning. If wooden floor is used, then anti-termite treatment should be done. Sockets and hooks, etc. in the floor should be inbuilt with covers so as to fix various apparatus and posts, etc. as and when needed. Courts of different games should be marked with different color lines. Now here comes the maintenance of gymnasium. Number 1. Develop maintenance plan. Even the most simple and smallest gymnasium require comprehensive maintenance plans in order to maintain full utilization of the facility. A basic maintenance plan can stay on top of equipment and ensure that there are no issues that will require more expensive measures to fix. Number 2. Maintain equipment warranties. There is nothing more valuable than a warranty to purchase equipment. If anything happens to the equipment, such as malfunction, coach will be able to quickly access the warranty and ensure the equipment is repaired or replaced in the timeliest fashion. Now number 3. Only use equipment as directed. The proper use of machinery can greatly increase the maintenance of the gymnasium. If equipment is improperly used or handled, we will find that we are spending more on repairs and replacement than operating the gym. Number 4. Follow all maintenance procedures for equipment. Various pieces of equipment may require routine maintenance such as oiling or calibration. These tasks are intended to keep equipment running and operating optimally. Number 5. Keep equipment updated. Operation of outdated gymnasium equipment is not encouraged, and the use of updated equipment can truly transform the environment of a gym. The use of outdated equipment can hinder proper workouts. Now here comes the supervision of gymnasium. Nature of work. Nature of work involves assisting in the daily operations of a gymnasium at a community center. Essential functions: assist in the scheduling and supervision of gymnasium, interacting with participants and ensuring that they conduct themselves safely and according to policy. Assist in planning, organizing and supervising special events. Assist with the administration of youth and adult leagues, keeping scores, maintaining leagues standings and acting as referee. Set up equipment and distributes supplies and equipment. Collects money is needed. Is responsible for equipment and supplies and sees that they are returned in working condition. Discipline participants as needed according to policy. Provides customer assistance responding to inquiries and complaints. Cleans the facility and grounds. Performs other duties are assigned or as the situation dictates within the scope of this classification. Now let's discuss on swimming pool. Need for swimming pool. Swimming pools are needed to teach and promote swimming. In schools, swimming is considered to be a mother discipline along with gymnastics. And in most advanced countries, swimming is a compulsory activity for children. Though swimming is considered to be a very enjoyable, delightful and self-satisfactory activity, at the same time it is also very dangerous activity because lots of risks to health and life is involved. But the contribution of swimming to mankind is much more than its drawbacks. Looking at the values and contribution to mankind, Plato very rightly said, "The man who does not know swimming is uneducated." Now here comes the location for swimming pool. Swimming pool should be located at such a place in the institution that it causes no disturbance to the other academic routines of the institution. Now the dimensions for swimming pool. As far as educational institutions are concerned, the swimming pool are constructed mainly for the three purposes: instruction, recreation and competition, certainly not for commercial purpose. It can be planned in L-shape to U-shape and I-shape. The standard swimming pool has 50 into 25 meters dimensions. It should have 10 lanes, each lane being 2.50 meter wide. The standard pool with diving facility shall have a glacial shape starting with 1 meter from the shallow and covering 6 meter with a gradual slope of 1.8 meter to 2.8 meter upon the diving well. Now here comes the sample construction. While constructing a swimming pool, obtain advice from a swimming expert so that there are no management problems in day-to-day operations. If there is sufficient fund, then standard measurements swimming pool may be constructed. 25 by 50 meters with 2 meters depth, 10 lanes of 2.5 meters each. In case of lack of funds, a multi-purpose swimming pool may be constructed where swimming, diving and water polo can be taught to the beginners, and small competition may also be constructed. Now, maintenance of a swimming pool. Pools of various designs and shapes are not very suitable to competitions and are out of fashion. Preference should be given to a rectangular shaped pool because it's easy to maintain and supervise. Open swimming pool should be constructed in north-south direction, where diving boards are fixed on southern side facing north. There should be proper and gradual slope in the bottom so that it can be cleaned with suction pipe. All the inside surfaces, that is pool basin, must be very strongly built with waterproof cement concrete surface by non-ceramic tiles. The end of the wall should also be non-slippery. All the walls should be vertical and parallel to the opposite side. Scum gutters may be provided on all four sides but 30 centimeters above the water surface on end walls to overflow the surface dust and leaves and for blowing nose or spitting. Now, supervision of swimming pool. For the supervision of swimming pool, always appoint a qualified supervisor because an efficient and strict supervision and control over the affairs of swimming pool is necessary. The supervisor must emphasize on providing good service to the visitor and should care for their safety and security. He should enforce all the safety, health and hygiene rules strictly without any leniency and partiality. The water must be kept neat and clean, free from fungal growth and algae. The bottom should be visible throughout the pool. For cleaning the water, the filtration plant must make use of required chemicals for the treatment of water. That is, chlorine gas 0.2% to 0.5%, allium powder and copper sulfate powder. Instruction boards for health, hygiene and safety rules must be prepared and displayed either on the main entrance or in the changing room where all people who are coming for swimming can see them. Now here comes the conclusion. It can be concluded that physical education and sports facilities are unique in the sense that most of the indoor facilities are quite different from those of general classroom and laboratories. As physical education teacher, we think most often in terms of teaching station rather than conversational classes. In good old days, gymnasium of a modern size was the only indoor facility requirement of physical education program. Today, almost all the sports activities like swimming, basketball, boxing, health fitness, etc. are organized indoors. All indoor facilities require a building with special type of flooring, ventilation system, temperature control devices, noise-proof building, seating arrangement and so on. This much for today.